So as you see here, we got our little part making. It's cute. I'm going to use this as a template later for some woodworking projects. I think it's really neat. I found this on thingyverse, but that's not a porn site. It's a place you can find 3D models that are made by very talented people and artists. You can ignore this little purge line here. This is when it first starts printing, it prints a purge line all the way down the side of the bed there, so that it can make sure that the nozzle's good and full and everything's working right. But so I'm kind of looking forward to this finishing. It's probably got another 10 hours or so before it's done. It's actually pretty big. It's pretty thick. It's going to be probably triple the thickness it is now, which isn't much. It's really small. This thing does 0.4 millimeter. Oh, say hi, Pumpkin. Hi. She's shy. So it's this thing does 0.4 millimeters per pass. It's a arduously slow process. You could do more. I can't because I don't have a nozzle bigger, but I could buy a bigger nozzle. They go up to, I believe, 2 millimeters or 4 millimeters, which is absolutely gargantuan. But you would lose a lot of quality if you were printing that big. You wouldn't get the detail work. You have great big bubbles of PLA for walls instead of nice smooth walls. So it's worth the time. Let it do its thing and just let it print and be patient. I have mine set up on my kitchen table so that I can keep an eye on it as I'm doing other things around the house. Thankfully, my cats don't mess with it. It makes me happy. I was a little concerned. The biggest terror I have is this young lady right here, who's very interested in my butterfly heart. Aren't you, sweetie? You like the butterfly heart, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would say it? Come on up here. Come on. Oh, you're such a big girl. Okay. You see the butterfly heart? Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking at my phone. You don't care what's on the print bed. So, this is pretty cool. This thing, again, you can find it on Thingiverse.
It's a butterfly heart.
It's a butterfly heart, yes. I have it scaled up 210%, which I'm kind of wishing I didn't do. I'm wishing I would have did it at 200% even. When you do odd percentages, the vectors don't always scale 100% right. Like the math doesn't always work out to nice integers. So, well, they're not integers. All of this thing is mostly pretty big decimals, but it doesn't always scale correctly. So, the rule of computers is usually powers of 2, but this thing works in decimal for the most part. You should scale nice even numbers. I thought 210% would work just fine, but I noticed when it was printing the first layer that there were interesting little gaps between some of the print lines. They were very small, and they probably won't affect the quality of the build at all. But it bothered me because I'm anal retentive about things being uniform. But there you go. So maybe don't scale 210% on things. Scale 200, and if it's got an issue or it's not quite big enough, consider importing it back into your 3D modeler and scaling it there, where the math is more likely to be correct.